Hi, Tyler.
How are you?
Hello. Good afternoon. Good morning.
Afternoon to all of you.
Thank you so much for doing this call for us all. We're very excited to hear from you.
You betcha. Congratulations to the winners in the big auction and all of your support. We appreciate it. It's great to see you this afternoon.
Thank you so much. I'm going to mute out and just let you tell us anything that you want to tell us, Tyler. You can talk to us about anything that you want. We're just excited to be here.
All right. Well, I'll share a couple of thoughts, and then if there's any questions, I'm happy to see if we can walk through some of that as well. I'm open to Q&A. If anybody has thoughts, throw it in the chat to Danny or send it my way, and we can coordinate a little bit. Go. Might be good if everybody mutes so we can have one conversation. Thank you. Great to see you. We're at a very exciting time with Arbonne. I'm just recently here joining you. Maybe I've seen some of you on another meeting or another call, but have yet to meet most of you in person and look forward to that. As you probably know, I joined Arbonne just about May of this year. And really kind of right in the middle of a technology transformation rollout and some, I think, long-awaited improvements. And as we sometimes say, sometimes you have to get worse before you get better. I know we've gone through some of that over the last few months. But I'm really confident that the foundation is being built to help support our future. I joined Arbonne from another publicly traded direct selling company operating in 50 countries. So my background, really, the UK was one of the areas. I essentially had 36 different markets, and Europe, Africa, the Middle East, all of the Americas, so North America, Latin America, Central America, and Southeast Asia and the Pacific. So a little bit all around the world. My office, as I tell people to ask me where I work, is usually the address is called Delta Airlines. So I've had many miles getting to know the world and this business over the last 20 years. And prior to that, and really how I got into this business was through the path of being a lawyer in private practice. And my experience as a lawyer for about 10 years, I worked in mergers and acquisitions and financings, doing IPOs and taking companies, mostly regulated companies or technology companies, into public markets and through growth opportunities, finding financing and partners to be able to accelerate and build a strategy for growth for lots of businesses. And came to this business. I have 5 beautiful children. My oldest daughter is 26, and then I have a 24-year-old son, a 22-year-old daughter, a 20-year-old daughter, and a 16-year-old son at home, and 2 grandsons. I know maybe it doesn't look like it, but I'm old and gray, and kind of turning into. I'm both a father and a pops, as my 2 little grandsons call me, and 4-year-olds and 1-year-old, and great next phase of energy and excitement as I see my daughter start to raise her boys, and. Our family, Elizabeth and I, were married 15 years ago. We both were married previously, and so the oldest 3 children are mine from a prior marriage, and then the next 2 are hers. And we've really raised them as siblings, and kind of a blended family. I come from a large family myself. I had 12 siblings in my family growing up. So 12 children, 6 boys, 6 girls. And I feel like my life was a series of events putting me into the Arbonne family. ultimately. And I'm used to a lot of people. I'm used to family conflict. I'm used to trying to be a mediator and find the best way forward and building team. And across, our team, my family growing up was enough for a whole entire football squad, and then some. And now my family continues to be a modern version of a basketball team, and we just keep building. And we're just so happy to be a part of Arbonne, all of us. Love being a part of it. I had an experience when I was in private practice. My oldest daughter, Madison, it was her 5-year-old birthday, and I had been through law school and a really intense period of my career. 100-hour plus work weeks, and pretty consistently for several years. And it was a Friday evening. I was working on a deal. We had a big transaction that was going on. And I was at the law firm, and it happened to be her birthday, and she had a party, and she was going to celebrate with some of her friends. And while a 5-year-old birthday party might not seem like it's a momentous event, it was one of those that I'd kind of put on the calendar, and I decided, since it was a Friday evening, I would be home and I would figure out how to make my work. And unfortunately, I started driving home. And I got a phone call from someone at the office and basically, said, "Where are you? We need you." And I had to make a choice. And at the time, I'm embarrassed to say that I turned around and went back to the office, and rather than go home and see my daughter's birthday party. And it was at that moment that I knew that I needed to find something that would give me the flexibility or the opportunity to make those choices for myself, and not feel like I had something dictated to me by somebody else. And that was about 5 years before I ultimately found the direct selling industry. And I can tell you that when I found it, and I got to meet some leaders, and I got to see the platform that we offer for others, I knew that was exactly what I was looking for. And I was so grateful to be a part of that. That could then provide that opportunity and that choice to others who might be facing similar conflict or be forced to make those choices in your life as to how you spend your time and what's important to you. And as my family was important to me, I was so grateful for the last 18 years that I've had in this industry. And seeing many like you, and I know as great leaders, you're also seeing that on a daily basis. And so when I explain to people or try to share the great things that we do in this business, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm still here. That's why I'm a part of Arbonne, because I feel like Arbonne is positioned today in a way to give people what they're looking for. To address acute needs that people are seeking today. Today, we're fortunate to be able to scale our business through technology and provide greater reach, many, many more connections. When I started the business, we actually were still using fax machines to reach out to people. We actually had many more analog ways to reach people and to share our business and to be able to share our products. We are so fortunate today to be able to share at scale, to be able to share with many people at one time, to be able to share with people just like we're able to share today, this evening, even though you're thousands of miles away from where I am, we can connect. And that's a very powerful part of our business. And that's where we talk about our business being based on digital and customer and experience. This is the digital part, and it's very powerful. I've seen meetings where we used to do in-person meetings that would be 500 or 600 people together in a room, and people would, buy a plane ticket or a train ticket to be able to attend, and they would have to get a hotel room. There are barriers to having that really scale, and turning that meeting into a virtual meeting and going from 600 or 800 people to 180,000 people in a meeting. That's the scale and the power of that scale. On the other side, and this is where the balance of our business and our competitive advantage is the humanity and the in-person experience of our business. And so when we put those two things together, that really is the experiential economy that we're a part of and that we're building. And that economy, we're moving from what today is $190 billion industry globally, and that's direct sales, to a $4.3 trillion social commerce economy that we now are participating in. And that's where we play. We have an opportunity because of our product portfolio. We're currently participating in the two fastest growing categories of consumer products. That is health and nutrition and skincare and beauty. As they project, McKinsey and also Euromonitor and several reports over the last few months continue to project that those two categories will be the fastest growing on an annual basis over the next 5 years. And that will continue. Arbonne is in those two categories exactly. So perfectly positioned to take advantage of fast growing consumer categories, perfectly positioned to take advantage of that $4.3 trillion global e-commerce and social commerce economy. And at the same time, our competitive advantage is really two things. One, it's you. We have over 600,000 customers actively purchasing and advocating for Arbonne products every day. We have over 300,000 ambassadors and consultants who are sharing Arbonne and who are able to either part-time or full-time have a business opportunity that's flexible, that's fulfilling, that creates relationships and connections with people. And that is our competitive advantage. Our competitive advantage that we've had for 42 years of sharing, of personally connecting, of personally curating. And I want you to know that even though we will scale our business and we will leverage this digital side of our business, we still continue to believe that what will set us apart from any other companies will be the leadership that we have at Arbonne. The quality of the leadership at Arbonne is second to none. I came from a background in this industry. I know many CEOs in direct selling. I know many businesses very, very well. And I can tell you the leadership at Arbonne is second to none. We have the greatest consultants and the greatest ambassadors for our brand of anywhere I've ever seen. And I can tell you that is a tremendous asset when we do it together. When we work and we have unity across Arbonne, there's tremendous power. Each of us are in our own unique business. Each of you are independent and have your own business. But you come together as a team. You come together as nations. You come together to support and reward and incentivize and cheer each other on. That's a powerful, powerful part of what you do each day. And I believe that the ability for us to harness that will continue to be our competitive advantage. There are companies today like L'Oreal who are investing millions of dollars to try and artificially, I would call it, create the ambassadors and the consultants that we have at Arbonne, that we have in the tune of hundreds of thousands. They have very few they're trying to look at a few hundred people that they can actually create that human recommendation for L'Oreal products around the world. Very powerful brand, a large company but we have a huge advantage over them. And they're starting from zero today. We have 42 years of experience with leveraging people connections. So an important part of our business going forward will be that experience and creating community of people who are passionate like you and supporting that through our tools and our programs. That means providing you with more information and more data about your customers, helping you understand what they're purchasing, why they're purchasing, how you can offer complementary products very easily. And then the company, our company, will support you with logistics and with training and with updates on tracking and all the things that today are a little bit less than at the highest level of support, so that you can be free to go and spend your time creating those relationships, that you can spend time cultivating and meeting new people, that you can spend time training and teaching and supporting your team, that you're not spending your time, and these are the barriers that we're working to remove. You're not spending your time trying to track somebody's product for them because you don't know where it is and you don't have the information and you have to call the call center. That you're not spending your time trying to input a credit card for somebody else to make an order because it's a clunky process for you to be able to sign up somebody, send them a link, have them sign up and purchase a product. So removing those barriers quickly is our intention. It's my intention because I know how powerful you are. I know how great your work is when it's focused on adding value and building your business. And building your business should be seamless and simple and focused on key foundational activities that take place every month, every day, every year, and that it's consistent. It's been my impression joining Arbonne that we have tended to focus fairly heavily on the next promotion to get into activity, for us to find something that will create some urgency. And it's my goal to have that urgency every single day, to really have a foundational business that's compelling, that the offer is compelling, that when you go out to those customers or when you go out to those potential new brand consultants, that they will say yes. And that you don't have to offer a 50% off discount to get that yes. And that you don't have to look forward to 2 weeks from now or 2 months from now when a new product is launched or the new flavor of fizz is launched, that becomes the opportunity, because those are infrequent. And they're exciting and they create a lot of energy, but they don't last very long. And so we need to be able to build in between that the foundational business, that every day is a great day for Arbonne. And every day you have a great offer that you can go to a consultant or a customer or a client with, and it's simple and it's straightforward and it gets a yes. And then when we have those occasional new product launches or those spikes of energy, it's a special event, and it adds to the foundational work that we're doing. And one of the other things that I would just add for you, since many of you are top leaders and new leaders in the business, it's important for me to make sure that we are maximizing the compensation that we pay to you. We want you to be rewarded for your effort. We do not want to discount products so heavily that essentially there's no volume left for us to pay you. And so getting out of this promotion discounting cycle, the real motive for me is to make sure that we're providing you with a consistent commission and with a consistent business, because every time we run those promotions, we're taking money out of your pocket, and we're reducing potential for new consultants who are looking at the business as an opportunity, and for an opportunity for a future, for an opportunity for them. And the more we can make sure that we're supporting and sustaining a solid amount on every transaction, and not doing a 40% off or a 50% off or so many gifts with purchase that it erodes that compensation plan. I think that will help bring it back into balance a little bit and create more opportunity, which will be reinforcing and that we can go to customers. We have amazing products. There's a perception, I think, by some that our products are expensive. I can tell you that on an individual SKU basis, for the value that we provide, they are not expensive. I think the perception comes when we package them up into 5 or 7 or 10 products at a time. And then we go to an offer, and that offer is to meet a free shipping threshold or a free sign-up threshold or an order threshold that you're looking for, combining multiple products. And then you go to the customer, and the customer looks at a fairly high price point, whether that's $200 or $300 or something dollars. That price point starts to be a level where if it's me in my household, I need to ask permission from my spouse before I spend that kind of money. So I think our opportunity is to find that right price point that has the right balance for an entry level, and then build people into the portfolio. We want yeses. We want a lot of yeses out of the gate. And I think as we have those entry points, and whether that's at $59 or $99 or $129, let's get a yes without having to ask permission from somebody else, and then work our way into the portfolio. Our data shows that if the entry point of a new customer is above $300, the lifetime value of that customer versus somebody who comes in at $100 or less, the $100 or less customer lifetime value is 6 times that of the $300 customer. So while it might seem a little illogical to say 300 versus 100, and you should take the $100 approach, that's the entry point, and get that lifetime value, and then build a customer for life, rather than one-time purchase or a one-time purchase with one more purchase that then ends because they feel like they've spent all they need to spend with Arbonne. We want them in the portfolio, and we're also building a loyalty program and a retention program that will reward that second purchase and the third purchase. So we don't have to give away all of the rewards up front to bring them in and then raise the price. So sometimes it almost feels like we make them an offer and we give them the discount and we give them free shipping. And then the next order comes up, and it's one of the products that they love and they want to buy it again, but the price went up because they're not buying as much in a package, or they're not able to get the discount, or they don't get the free shipping on the second order. So the opportunity for us is to make that entry point very powerful at a solid price proposition with value for money, which our products have, and then create rewards and incentives for repeat and for loyalty. And we can do much more there as Arbonne can support that. And that's coming in the next 6 months. We'll have more of that loyalty program that will create that. Finally, I would just say that the PC enrollment fee and the charges that we make to our customers should go away. And I'm working with the team. There's no reason why we need to charge somebody to become a customer. They should be valued and get all the benefits that we can give them initially without charging them or asking them to renew as a customer and charging them again. We want them as a customer, and we want them to have that value. The opportunity for us to reduce that and eliminate it to zero, and then to have as low of shipping thresholds as possible. We do have good data that shows that at some level between $40 and $50, $60, that we can get a little bit of a lift by offering free shipping at a threshold. But my belief is our threshold is way too high for us on a regular basis. So we're working on the free shipping. We're working on the PC sign up. We're working on customer loyalty programs. We have an amazing building blocks in our business, and I believe that when we put them together in a more simple, accessible way, we'll be more powerful. Currently, there are many different ways to purchase and get discounts and qualify for different rewards or gifts with purchases, and it's pretty complex. There's a lot of different layers to it, and I believe we can simplify quite a bit, and that will help our teams be better support when we're trying to be asked to support 50 different versions of Arbonne. As you might imagine, it's challenging, and I believe that we can narrow that down and have a very systematic, consistent approach across teams that will be powerful. And from a brand perspective, there's a lot of work going on as well that will help us create a powerful brand with a common narrative. There's amazing brand recognition out there for Arbonne today. Lots of people know Arbonne. They know our name. They know roughly that we're in the skincare or the nutrition business. The challenge is not very many people can articulate what Arbonne stands for because we have evolved over time and we've layered on different things. And so whether it's vegan or clean or natural or organic or there's a whole list of things and they're all great and not a single one of them do I disagree with. But I think the articulation of that because it's a little diffused, is not as powerful as it can be. And so we're working on really sharpening up the articulation of Arbonne and making sure that we're all using the same words and the same approach to sharing our brand so that over time our brand becomes known, not just known, but known for something. So that when you approach a customer, they know Arbonne is that clean beauty company, and I'm just using those two words for now as a placeholder, but there's definitely a lot of work that Amy Humfleet, our new Chief Marketing Officer, and our teams are engaged in to help refine and focus that. So a lot of work going on, a lot of effort across the enterprise today, a lot of excitement. We saw it in September, and thank you. Summer and the Delta COVID variant and a technology transformation over the last several months has been very challenging. The last year has been very challenging. I know for many of you, and I feel for you, and I'm grateful for you because I know you're building incredible muscle and you're building incredible strength. That now we can unleash and go share Arbonne. And I really believe that this next couple of months is going to be fast. It's going to be a whirlwind of activity. We have great products coming. We have a lot of power. And then finally, we have an accelerated qualification opportunity for people that are joining Arbonne today and for people that are promoting. Now's your time. It's an incredible time to build your team and have that strength and take that muscle that you've developed and the strength of your teams today and expand that because as we go to new geographies and as we open new markets and as we expand our business and focus and simplify over the next year, that's our moonshot. That's how we take Arbonne to the next level. And we're excited to do that together. And I can tell you that those who have their teams growing and those who have, are preparing today for what's coming in January, February, March, our MVP meeting in January. And then we're going to launch fast and go hard towards Arbonne Live in July, which will be back in Las Vegas, our global convention. And the teams that show up at Arbonne Live next summer will be the ones that will look back on 2021 and say, that's when it started. That's when my team really started to take off. That's when I knew I was going to be an MVP. That's when I knew I was going to go 1 wide or 2 wide or 3 wide. because of this moment. It's an incredible opportunity for us. And I would just end by saying people out there need what we have. They truly do. They need you. That being locked down in virtual environments and without the kinds of interactions and travel and things to get out and get about, even more important that Arbonne becomes that connection and that community for so many people that need your support, that need your products that you have, that really need your leadership and your love. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it. Our team's working really, really hard. We have an incredible team at corporate here, and I know they think about you every day and every night, just as I do, in how we can become better, how we can identify what barriers we need to remove, and what opportunities we're investing in today so that we have a brilliant future. So thank you for all you're doing, your leadership. Look forward to getting to meet some of you in person, all of you in person, hopefully eventually. And just want to say thanks again. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you, Tyler, so much. That was absolutely fantastic. I think you just breathed so much life into all of us. And even though a lot of us have seen you speak when you spoke at GTC, and there's quite a few VPs on the call that were there when you were supposed to be in the UK, but we understand why you couldn't be when you zoomed in. It's amazing to just have like that personal one-on-one time with you. So thank you so much from all of us. We have really, really appreciated this call. And I think we can all agree that we all feel like our energy has been massively boosted for you taking the time to do this. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thank you all. And reach out, whatever you need, please reach out to me or my team, and we will definitely make sure we're addressing the barriers as well as the opportunity. It's going to be incredible together. Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler.
Hey, have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.